Okay, people. So welcome to the channel. I appreciate you taking time out. Come here, watch this series. So for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be exploring all NBA final games between Bird and Magic in the 1980s. So expect one every day, one every 2 days. Since I've never done this, this could be my third basketball video. I'm going to try to get away with doing it a half at a time without getting copyrighted and, breaking it down. I have to do it 3 or 4 minutes at a time. So if you're watching this, obviously they took my half at a time. If not, I guess I'll do a different intro. Things to look for in this series. This series, James Worthy gets his first start in the playoffs. Second start as a Laker. He did start the last game before the playoffs, but Pat made this adjustment before this started. Also, Mikal is not in the starting lineup. He's 6th man on the bench right now. Going into this first game of the NBA Finals, LA and Boston had only played twice this year, with LA winning both of them. They swept the Celtics, one by 2, and I guess the other one was by 6 or 8 points. This era made me a fan. Magic was my favorite player. That's why I'm a Laker fan till today. So, yes, I did watch these playoff series, but yes, I was 7, 8 years old. Now, I've revisited highlights of them, but I've never went through the entire game like we're about to do. So, it's going to be a treat for me as well. To my younger audience, NBA fans. Casual or not, I know you probably know that they implemented the 3-point line in 79-80 season. To my younger generation, I'm sure you're aware that they implemented the 3-point line in the 79-80 season. So this is not going to be an evolution of today's game. You're not going to get 53s. One, it's brand new, basically. It's 4 years old. And two, if you did know that they implemented the 3-point line in the 79-80 season, well, that too has to do with the evolution of the game, but also the rules of the game. Not everybody's crazy about shooting threes, because if you get fouled shooting a 3 at this time, even though it's been in play for 4 years, if you get fouled shooting a 3-pointer, you're only getting 2 free throws. You didn't get 3 shots for a foul on a 3. Not until the 95-96 season. It took them 15 years to implement that rule. 15 years and a really bad outcome because they didn't have that. So the 94-95 season, when Jordan left the league and New York was playing Houston, starts, I forgot what game it was, maybe 6th or 7th game. They were playing Houston, New York was, down by 3. Starks pulls up a 3, gets fouled, misses a shot, goes to the line, only gets 2 free throws. He hits both of them, and they still lose the game. A lot of people forget that you didn't get those 3 free throws until the 95-96 season.
Strong would walk on the moon. The Mets would win the World Series, and the Boston Celtics would again play the Los Angeles Lakers for the NBA championship. Bill Russell, John Havlicek, and Tommy Heinsohn against Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, and Wilt Chamberlain. And in a dramatic 7th game in Los Angeles, the Celtics would again win. Now, the rivalry is back, but the faces have changed. It's the dream matchup. Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics. Is Bird the best all-around player in the game today? A lot of folks think so. But if he isn't, Magic Johnson of the Los Angeles Lakers is. And if Magic isn't driving to the basket, he'll be passing to the likes of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Welcome then to the Boston Garden and the start of the NBA World Championship Series. each of the last 4 NBA World Championship Series, either Magic or Bird has competed. But this is the first time that the two have gone head-to-head for the title. It's a matchup that everyone has waited for. Since Magic and Bird broke into the NBA, the Celtics and the Lakers have played each other 10 times, and they are dead even. 5 victories apiece. The classic showdown. The Celtics and the Lakers. Bird against Magic.
The starting lineups. First, the coaches. Pat Riley of the Lakers shooting for his 2nd world title. The Celtics, Casey Jones looking for his 1st. The forwards. James Worthy, quickness and strength. Larry Bird, one the Lakers must control. Kurt Rambis and Cedric Maxwell are the power forwards. They do the dirty work inside, rebounding and defense. The centers. Abdul-Jabbar and his famed skyhook, Robert Parrish, who runs the court well for a big man. The point guards. The incomparable Magic Johnson, who's all over the court. Gerald Henderson. They're the playmakers. The other guards, Michael Cooper and Dennis Johnson, on and off for many years.
Well, this series certainly is a reason to get a migraine, I'll tell you.
Tip is controlled by Boston. Rambis starts out on Maxwell. We gave you the lineups. Now we'll tell you about the matchups. James Worthy is on Dennis Johnson. Kevin Lockery talked about that. Henderson into Bird. Gets free. Now Magic Johnson, the man with the ball. And he gets it quickly into Kareem, who's fouled and gets the basket. So migraine and all. Kareem, the big guy, gets the 1st point.
He tried to outrun that headache, Dick. He got up there ahead of Robert Parrish. That's pretty good for an old fella like Kareem.
All-time leading scorer in the NBA, and it was here in Boston Garden this year that he broke the all-time field goal record and received a terrific ovation from the fans here in Boston.
He's very, very important to this ball club, Dick. He is their set offense, as I mentioned before. He's got to produce that sky hook and some inside points. We're
going to watch Michael Cooper on Larry Bird. Bird and Kareem have scored the 1st points in this game. The Lakers lead. Dennis Johnson going inside. And a foul before the shot. Foul before the shot on Los Angeles. Dennis Johnson, who really has risen to the occasion, acquired from Phoenix as a big defensive guard. Magic Johnson commits the personal foul after Parrish fouled Kareem at the other end. Worthy a forward on Johnson a guard. Bird, Cooper all over. Double, leaving Johnson free. And that's the way to beat the double team.
Well, they recognize that Cooper gives Bird a lot of trouble. The Celtics trying to solve it early by sending him into the low post.
Kurt Rambis playing on top, but he'll be in there rebounding. Magic Johnson left wide open and hits the shot. Don't underrate Magic Johnson's ability to hit from outside. Too many people do, and he burns them.
Looks like they're going to have to hit that outside shot. The Celtics' philosophy to double team anything low.
Off the foot of somebody, and it was last touched by the Lakers, or by the Celtics. It'll be LA ball. Both teams like to run. We have not seen it yet in the first minute and a half or so. Back and forth. This is just feeling each other out. Kareem low against Parrish. No question on the half-court offense. The Lakers go to Kareem. 4:05 to go first period. Cooper lost it. Kareem recovered and hits the baseline shot. That's like a Robert Parrish style shot. Done by Kareem, and now it's up now to 18. Parrish right back. Celtics aren't getting the shots, but they got the bounce there.
Their inside game has deserted them. That's what they're really going to count on in this series. Point production from the big people.
Now Buckner is on Magic Johnson, and he'll be all over him. Buckner's a good defensive player.
Boy, he's got some quick hands.
Dennis Johnson is on Cooper. Bird giving Rambis all he can want to shoot. And the two centers isolated. And Kareem with the sky hook across the middle is 5 for 5 now. 11 points. He is the high scorer in the ball game. And with 3:10 to go, the Lakers continue their onslaught.
Casey Jones is selectively double-teaming Jabbar. Sometimes he will, sometimes he won't. And Jabbar, very smart, take advantage of it.
Now here's Kevin McHale. He has been in the game for some time. That is his first basket, and I can think that they ought to go to him more now.
Well, the Lakers are packing it in inside. They're going to make trouble for the big guys of the Celtics. McHale's going to have his hands full just getting a shot off.
Cooper looking for Rambis. Lost the ball to Dennis Johnson. It was not a good pass inside. Dennis Johnson all the way. McHale. There he is. Second shot. 2:20 2:28 remaining in the first period. The Celtics are trying to come back here. A lot of time remaining, but it's been all Los Angeles after the Celtics scored the first basket of the game. Lakers substitutions coming up as Magic Johnson misses one from outside, and Bird trying to get the running game going at Buckner. McHale tips it in. And it's a 12-point game. At one point it was 18, and the Celtics have made up 6 points so far. Kareem to a driving Rambis, stuffs it through.
You can pay the price if you double-team Jabbar too quickly. He spots the open man very, very well.
Cooper is on Dennis Johnson now. Parrish comes all the way up high, and a foot block, and a new 24-second clock for Boston.
Watch how smart Kareem is. He holds on to it just momentarily, but spots the open man after he's been doubled. And when you got that type of ability to pick out the open man, you've got a weapon.
Bob McAdoo, a prolific scorer off the bench at 6'11", is in the ballgame for the Lakers, along with Byron Scott, a rookie guard. McHale has hit his third in a row and 4 for 4 so far since coming into the ballgame. So Byron Scott, a rookie from Arizona State, teamed up with Dennis Johnson, guarding Dennis Johnson, and vice versa. Scott, Kareem skyhook, and Abdul-Jabbar has 13 points to lead the Lakers. Magic Johnson has 10. McHale with 8 points off the bench, high scorer for Boston. Here's Parrish.
That's the first time Parrish hasn't been double-teamed on handling the ball.
Kareem lost the ball. Scott got it back for L.A. Magic inside, traveling called against Johnson. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, they clashed for the NCAA championship. Now, for the first time in their pro history, they're battling it out for the World Championship of Professional Basketball. 40 seconds to go, first period. Larry Bird. Bird has 3 points so far. Parrish misses his attempt. And now with 31 seconds, the Lakers have the ball. Biggest lead for LA was 18. LA won both regular season games this year. Whistle before the shot and an offensive foul against Los Angeles. The Lakers beat the Celtics here in Boston by 2 and then won by 8 points at the Forum. And it was the first time in 4 years that the Lakers swept the Celtics in the regular season.
One of the interesting things, here's some contact right here. It's liable to continue Kareem's headache. Watch this. McHale right into him. You think it doesn't hurt underneath there? Where's the aspirin?
Kareem goes out. He has 2 personal fouls, but 6 for 6 from the field. And he's replaced by Swen Nader, an 11-year veteran from UCLA who's acquired from San Diego in the Norm Nixon trade that also brought Byron Scott to the Lakers. Bird throws the ball away, and he's very upset with himself. And the Lakers, with 5 seconds to go, should get the last shot. Maxwell comes in, Bird goes out, and Larry Bird scored 3 points in the first period.
That's an indication of how effectively Michael Cooper can keep the ball away from Larry.
Final shot off the glass, and that's the...
Okay, guys, so while I did say I'm going to try to do a half at a time, I hate it when people interrupt the video. But a lot of times it's necessary to avoid copyright. I'm not going to interrupt the quarters. What I'm going to do is just give you my thoughts at the end of each quarter, and hopefully that'll pass. If not, we'll just have to change it. So, yeah, great first quarter. We paid attention to the pace. Defense. We kind of see what they look like in the half-court set. McHale came in off the bench. He just went 4 for 4. 8 points already. He's killing. If the Lakers get out and start running, and that Showtime basketball they're known for starts coming into effect. When the Lakers play their game and they're running their Showtime fast break, they're blowing Boston out. Boston's not keeping up with them at all. Magic makes a very smooth one-handed wraparound pass from the corner in the baseline, just in rhythm. It's beautiful. And if you blink, you'll miss it. But it's little things like that. just, I love little things like that.
He's got to provide some real quality minutes for Kareem, particularly Kareem at his advanced age may not be able to play this pace for a whole game.
Danny Ainge is in the ball game for the Boston Celtics to start the second period. Byron Scott is double teamed, and with 6 seconds on the shot clock, the Lakers have to develop something. McAdoo. In and out for Bob McAdoo. Bird gets the pass to Eames. Over Worthy. And it's tipped in.
That's Boston's forte, hitting that offensive board.
Maxwell gets credit for the basket. The Boston Celtics had a rousing advantage over the Lakers in offensive rebounds in the regular season. 42-24. Still lost the games, however. Scott picked up by Buckner. And there's Byron Scott, who grew up near the Lakers' home in Inglewood, California. Nader and McHale are matched up. So McHale, who came in as a power forward off the bench, is now playing center for Boston. He's got the ball now, working against Nader. Double. Buckner. Not known for his outside shooting, misses, but there's Maxwell again, who played such an important role against Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Final. And the Celtics have a big edge in offensive rebounds. 8-1. Nader is fouled.
But they're keeping the Celts at bay right now, Dick, with, let's take a look at this rebound. Nader, leader in rebounds in the league a couple of times, knows how to muscle his way against the best, Kevin McHale.
First personal foul on McHale, and Swen Nader goes to the free throw line.
All the rebounders on the front line of Lakers are the slithery, slinky type. You know, not too many muscular people. Rambis and Nader and Mitch Kupchak, the only muscle guys on the squad. And Nader and Kupchak really don't play an awful lot.
Actually, McAdoo serves as the backup center for Kareem most of the time.
Boston likes to bang you and be physical, so some of those skinny guys the Lakers have are going to take a beating.
We have a Los Angeles foul. It is on Bob McAdoo. And it is the first team foul against the Lakers in the period. Danny Ainge at guard along with Buckner. Maxwell. And we'll have a Boston foul now as Maxwell gets up.
Most people think that you can go at Bob McAdoo. The Celtics trying to take advantage of him, going to Maxwell, feeling that they can get the shot off against McAdoo.
McHale commits the foul, his second. 37-26, the Lakers lead. McAdoo with a good move toward the baseline, but he stepped on the line and will turn it over to the Boston Celtics. And coming in for the first time is Jamal Wilkes for the Lakers. Robert Parrish returns at center for the Celtics, and Larry Bird goes out. Bird is off to a slow start scoring-wise with only 3 points. Jamal Wilkes is into the ball game. Wilkes, we told you, recovering from the virus. Looked like he was getting that shooting eye back in the late stages of the Phoenix deciding game Friday night. Here's Buckner. The Lakers would not mind Buckner shooting all day with it.
Buckner has hit some of those in prior series, but he's going to look like he's going to have to hit some in this series, too.
Wilkes. Foul. You know, Magic Johnson and Jamal Wilkes have the same kind of rapport that Joe Montana and Dwight Clark have with the San Francisco 49ers. They can just have that telegraph, and they know where the guy's going to be, and they can make those passes.
They're on the same wavelength, Dick, all the time.
26, they did have an 18-point lead. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 13, Magic Johnson with 10, the leading scorers for the Lakers. McHale with 8 coming off the bench, the top scorer for the Boston Celtics.
So far, Dick, the Lakers have not had an answer to Kevin McHale. He's come off the bench. Everybody thought the classic matchup of 6 men would prevail, Worthy against Kevin. But Pat Riley elected to start Worthy, and that leaves the 6-man job more likely up to Bob McAdoo. And I think Kevin can best him.
Lakers coming out with McAdoo, Jamal Wilkes, and Swen Nader up front, Byron Scott, and Magic Johnson in the backcourt. Wilkes will go to the line. Wilkes has had that long virus that has affected him for several months. He missed the first 7 playoff games, but has seen action in the last 7 for the Lakers, and he is one of the clutch winning players in his career.
the biggest, best tribute you can give to a player like Wilkes is that he will take the important shot. A lot of guys in key games walk away from that one. Not Jamal.
It's 1 out of 2, 9:38 remaining in the first half, and it's a 12-point lead for the Lakers. They would love to win at least one game here at Boston Garden. The first 2 games are here, and then the next 2 are in Los Angeles. We'll have Maltby alive. Parrish is fouled going to the hoop and was looking for the basket.
You know, Dick, it's been so long since Robert Parrish has really been in the low post in these series. I think his difficulty stems from the fact that he hasn't been down there for about a month.
What does it mean for the Celtics to go against a running team like the Lakers? I know they haven't shown much yet, but what does it mean after their 3 tough series against those Eastern clubs?
Well, I think that a couple of days rest will help them. They like to run. They've got enough bench people that it's not really going to hurt them. And Casey Jones substitutes to a fast-paced game, so it shouldn't mean too much to them.
Well, they've had rest since
They've
Wednesday.
had rest. It shouldn't bother them at all.
Well, but they should like it better, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Missed the free throw. Remaining in the half. Byron Scott working against Dennis Johnson. Maxwell out on Wilkes. Gambling for the steal is Johnson. 4 seconds on the shot clock against McHale. Here's McAdoo. Bob McAdoo, who is the only member of the Lakers who used to play with the Boston Celtics. He's been with 6 teams in his career. Henderson drive to the hoop is stopped. McHale. Short shot is good. Henderson told us yesterday in practice that he'd like to penetrate a lot more than he has as Kareem gets off the bench and he'll be coming back.
Well, any good guy that can penetrate likes to do it so he can get the back line of the defense to move. It creates good passing opportunities.
Wilkes on the receiving end of the bounce pass by Magic Johnson. McAdoo left free. Short. And a foul. It's against the Celtics. And here comes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He is the leading scorer and rebounder for the Lakers in the playoffs, and he comes back having scored 13. Michael Cooper is also back in the game. Larry Bird remains on the bench. He has scored 3 points.
But significantly, as LA comes back to its starters, that second group in there maintained the lead.
Kareem going baseline against Parrish, who blocks the shot. Kareem, not to be denied, makes good on the second effort. He has 15 points. 14-point lead. Maxwell surrounded by purple jerseys. McHale tries to tip it in, and Cooper starts the break. He's got Scott, McAdoo, and Wilkes trailing. Now Wilkes. Cooper. Cooper hits. When Cooper has held Bird down, he has had his best offensive games. He had a career high of 31 against Boston one time. Parrish is fouled inside. And here comes Larry Bird back in the ballgame for the Boston Celtics. Bird is 1 for 4 shooting and a total of 3 points. A lot of pride in that man's face.
Larry Bird wants to be here in this thing.
Back on defense well. Johnson is fouled going in, but one thing you mentioned before, LA's ability to get back with their quickness on defense.
Well, they didn't show it in the Phoenix series in a couple of instances, but they sure are today after that long trip. They are hustling it back, and they are well aware that they've got to get back there quickly to stop the Celtics' fast break. But that's the speed advantage that this club enjoys, particularly at that forward spot.
There was Magic Johnson who committed his second personal foul, and Dennis Johnson misses the free throw. Can the Celtics do anything to nullify the Lakers' speed?
Well, they have to get on the offensive board and put the ball in the basket, but LA takes the ball out of bounds so quick, they better run up and get their tails up there quickly.
The Celtics could also help themselves by hitting their free throws. They're 5 of 11 from the free throw line. 5:38 remaining in the first half. It's a 15-point Los Angeles lead. Game 2 will be Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern on CBS. Back here at Boston Garden. Kareem with 5 seconds on the clock is fouled by Greg Kite.
When you're a rookie, you get no respect. And he's the Rodney Dangerfield of NBA basketball. When you're a rookie, you get no respect.
He's going to have to earn it, but I'll tell you, this is a very tough spot to be in.
I'll tell you, you are so right, but this kid is such a quick learner. When he came here at the beginning of the year, Greg Kite, A lot of people started laughing, but I think before his career is over, they're going to be glad he's in a green uniform.
Kareem has 19 points now. He hasn't missed yet from the free throw line, and 5:20 to go. It's 52 to 35. Big lead for the Lakers, who have dominated this game.
A little bit of a zone, I think, going on there. Illegal defense that they haven't called.
Dennis Johnson in the corner. Second leading scorer in the playoffs for the Celtics at 16 points a game. 5 minutes to go in the half. Crowd, normally they can make a lot of noise here. They haven't had much opportunity to do that. Michael Cooper driving the baseline. Bird fighting McHale, and it comes into the hands of a Laker. And the foul will be on Dennis Johnson. And they'll go to the line to shoot. They're over the limit as James Worthy gets the call from Pat Riley, who played such an important part early in this game. Starting for the second straight game for Pat Riley, Worthy is in for the Lakers.
Casey Jones with a ton of problems right now. The Celtics are not that deep at the center position. They much prefer to have Kevin McHale play as the power forward rather than the backup center. And with the foul-laden Parrish on the bench right now, Greg Kite has to perform.
Foul was on Dennis Johnson, his second. Magic Johnson now has 12. 17-point lead by the Lakers, 54 to 37. And an LA foul called by John Vanek inside. It's on Kurt Rambis, number 2, on Clark Kent in short pants. He came on strong on the scene 2 years ago as a free agent from Greece.
Looks like he brought his telephone booth with him, too.
He is physical inside. Cedric Maxwell back in the ball game. Greg Kite goes out for the Celtics. So Kite gets his baptism under fire in the biggest series of them all.
Larry Bird made that shot and turned around and was unhappy with it because it kind of slithered in off the side. So he feels his outside shooting he's lost his touch or something. That's how he looks at shooting.
They're not going to keep him down for long.
I don't think they will, but I'll tell you, they're going to make him work for everything he gets.
Sooner or later, Larry Bird makes it pay. It is still Lakers ball. Pat Riley, one of the dapper gentlemen on the coaching lines in the NBA, concluding his 3rd season as head coach. Took over for Paul Westhead a couple of years ago and won a title.
And what a difference he's made in this ball club. Got that fast break humming.
4 minutes and 20 seconds to go first half. Worthy driving through. That kind of shot the Celtics missed early. Now the Lakers not getting the roll. Off the rim there. Winding down to 4 minutes to go in the first half. And a turnover in the hands of the Lakers. Rambis, Magic Johnson. Back and forth, the Lakers.
And as that forward quickly up the court, that makes their fast break so devastating.
Dennis Johnson comes back for 2 inside. McHale leads Boston with 10. Dennis Johnson has 7. Henderson 9. Larry Bird has 6. 3:39 on the clock. Against Bird. Worthy. Rambis gets the offensive rebound to keep it going for LA. And you know who's in control out there?
The Magic Man.
Kareem with 6 seconds on the shot clock. LA again controlling the ball. 1 second. And the 24-second.
There's Larry getting a little physical. Get out of my way,
I should say.
Mr. Cooper. You can't do that to me. Up
in the NBA this year, and in fact the best shooting team in history at 53%. They're going to call goaltending. McHale will get credit for the basket.
Well, if the Celtics can get this down to about 8 or 9 points before halftime, they're not going to be too unhappy.
Magic Johnson working against Gerald Henderson. Dennis Johnson is all over Byron Scott. McAdoo. Bird the rebound. Celtics running. Dennis Johnson puts on the steam. Lost the ball. But McHale is there. The 11-point game. McHale is 7 for 8 from the field. The closest the Celtics have come since the early going was 10 points. It's now an 11-point Laker lead. And Magic Johnson using his body inside, and here comes Boston again. 2-on-1. And a foul. The basket is good. And Dennis Johnson shaken up for the moment. He's all right.
I'll tell you, that halftime piece might be appropriate right now. It's getting physical. Here comes Dennis Johnson, and he's determined to make that fast break work. Pushes it up there, and it just hangs on a rim. But boy, did he hit the stanchion.
More physical.
Yeah, makes the spin at half court just to maintain possession. But he is determined to make that fast break work, taking it strong to the basket.
Byron Scott the foul. The Celtics, making a late run here in the second period, have outscored the Lakers 11-2 and trailed 56-48. Winding down to 2 minutes to go in the first half. And the decibel level has gone up here at Boston Garden. Kareem fouled inside by McHale, who shows he can pirouette as well.
Boy, did he make a super play that time. He faked the pass, made the double team evaporate, and then wheeled in against the smaller McHale. Watch him. Well, he eludes Dennis Johnson. We saw just the tail end of it, but boy, he is one smart cookie down in that low post.
Here's Kareem. Foul was on Larry Bird, and that'll be Bird's second.
How many double teams do you think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has faced in his career? I mean, it's probably 100 times more than the total point production.
Was that a strategy used a lot when you played with Russell and Wilt Chamberlain?
Not really. Well, when the Celts provide a little good play, this crowd goes wild here.
Say one thing, though, the Lakers didn't show any effects of coming from Phoenix yesterday. Bird, the best outside shooter the Celtics had, in and out. 8-point lead for Los Angeles with 1 minute to go in the first half. Scott inside and is fouled.
Hesitancy in the part of the Lakers, kind of taking them out of their normal rhythm that they had established so effectively in their half-court game in the early part of this half.
What's the one thing the Celtics have done to get back in the game?
They've really gotten on their toes defensively and attacked and become aggressive. I think Buckner had a little bit to do with that. And he's not even in a ball game, but he's provided that type of defense when he made his entrance, and now Henderson and DJ are picking up on it.
Henderson's foul is first, under a minute game. Boston Celtics and LA Lakers, 15 years ago they met. It's the last time a team won back-to-back titles. They double team McHale. Doesn't get the roll. Magic comes out of it with 39 seconds to play. He has really matured. He used to be a flamboyant, exciting player with perhaps a little growing up to do. He's grown up. Long sky hook for Kareem.
And McHale muscled him right out to the foul line, and he still made it.
23 for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the Lakers' high scorer in the regular season games with an average of 29. 10 seconds to go. Celtics trying to get it to 10. Kareem will go out with 7 seconds to go in the first half. Foul is on Magic Johnson. That is 3 on Magic Johnson. So Magic has 3. Robert Parrish has 3. Michael Cooper will come in for Johnson. So Johnson and Abdul-Jabbar lead the game. Larry Bird will shoot.
I'll tell you, the Celtics, after the miserable first quarter they played, if they can come out under 10, they're going to consider that a man-sized achievement.
They may be happy with 10. Bird can make it 10 here. And now a 20-second timeout called for by Pat Riley. So he obviously is setting up that last shot with 7 seconds.
Well, and nobody gets it inbounds quicker than the Lakers and advances it for, so with 7 seconds left, you know that they have a good chance of getting a last shot, and a good one.
This is just the first game, by the way, of a series everyone anticipated. Game 2 between the Lakers and the Celtics for the NBA World Championship will be Thursday night here at the Boston Garden. We will be live at 9 o'clock Eastern. time before the series moves to Los Angeles for games 3 and 4. So Thursday, mark it down, game 2 live, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Now, one of the commitments that Pat Riley made to Pace, you know, some coaches teach the fast break, but he's made a commitment to the fast break. One of the things, a cardinal sin, if you're a Laker, is to let the ball hit the floor after it goes through the basket. Watch what happens if they take the ball out of bounds here.
Bird makes a free throw. Rambis, who's the best the Lakers have, is doing that. 5 seconds to go. Worthy to Cooper. Cooper going for 3. He hits it with 1 second to go, and the Lakers leap off the court at halftime as Michael Cooper hits a 3-point shot. And the Boston Celtics a bit more subdued after their comeback. At the half, coming up with Brent Musburger and company.
The most gratifying thing that I can have people to say about me is that, you know, every time Buck Williams stepped between the lines, he gave 110%.
I get a great sense of enjoyment out of making a good pass. Just the idea of fooling somebody or tricking somebody, it just gives me a thrill.
I would like people to say I really enjoyed coming out watching him play because he did give us all that he had to give.
NBA action. It's fantastic.
All right, guys, this is going to be where we stopped at the first half. Stay tuned for the second half. This was game 1, half 1. We'll be back with half 2 tomorrow. And what do you say about the first half? I mean, you can laugh at Kareem all you want to. He's still unstoppable. 37 years old. He's a beast. He's a beast.
Did you know that
I'm too old for this shit?